Hi guys, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have a Divine Masculine read for you today. I'm not going to do any of my updates during this read. If I do that, I'll just do it on a separate installment. This is just about the Divine Masculine read today. Thank you everyone for all of your likes, shares, subscribes as usual, and your comments. And also comment below if you resonate with anything or have any epiphanies about anything that we've talked about. If you need any of my services for reads, coaching, any kind of reading, I do numerology as well. Actually, that's my oldest ability. I've been working with numbers since my early 20s, and also Reiki healing. I don't do a lot of that, but if you need healing, please let me know. My website is twinflames3344 at gmail.com, and the website's just the same, twinflames3344.com. And if there's anything you don't see, just send me an email and I'll be glad to help you, work with you on that. As far as the Divine Masculine read today, the energies for today, it's actually here very beautiful and sunny as it was yesterday. Today is May 2nd, 2018. So that is the second, which is the High Priestess energy, which is all about psychic energy and secrets and peacefulness. And then the day today adds up to the moon, which is 18. 18 is a 9, which is of compassion, selflessness, and endings. But it's the 8 of inner strength, working through the focus on the outside of the masculine energy. You know, very focused and having the appearance of being a leader to others. So people are drawn to you for leadership abilities, but that's the moon energy. It's being very strong on the outside and appearing to be very driven on the, or strong on the inside and appearing to be very driven on the outside and having a very good focus. The month, of course, is May, which is, we've just come into May, and that's the 5 energy of change, excitement, sex, vacations, romance, all that kind of thing. Anything that's affiliated with change and expansion has to do with growing and learning to master expansion and not go through the pain by staying present and meditating and doing all those things we do to ground ourselves and not feed into the drama. So for today, you see the bottom of the read, the underlying energies. I have the main read is all upright. It's the Universal Golden Tarot. And then I have clarifiers from the Tarot Sexual Magic, which are all uprights. And the Rider-Waite Mini is upright and reversals for specific clarifiers. I also have Romance Angels out there in my numerology deck. So we'll go through the underlying energy first. And it was very interesting today because all of the 3 decks, the Universal Tarot, the Mini deck, and the Tarot of Sexual Magic, have very similar themes. We have the Ace of Swords at the bottom of each. And you see them here, and I'll show you some other cards on the other side in a moment that also has the Ace of Swords underneath. So the truth is very, very prevalent here. The truth is, and there's 3 scenarios here, the truth is that the devil got to him and blew his crown wide open, and now there's a mark on his head, secretly or psychically, and making a bold move, exposing a breakup, which is now energizing him. So he's getting energy back, because once the breakup happens, he's not being as drained as he was before. So he's taking his energy back. Also in this scenario could be that a High Priestess, or someone who is psychic, put a wedge between a Capricorn and a Cancer energy. The other scenario, the truth is, there's an independent earth sign, which is Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. And it doesn't have to be an earth sign. It can just be someone who's very grounded and well-rounded, has dropped their burdens or confessed and or confessed, and welcomes the Capricorn, who seems to be unaffected by devil energies because they've balanced themselves and they're running in a high vibration or frequency, so the lower energies aren't affecting them. So they're happy to say hello to the devil because it doesn't affect them anymore. The devil's just representative of codependencies and addictions, as you know. So he also sees himself, the divine masculine, as the devil with a mark on his head. So kind of feeling cursed, like he's always had this curse on him. And having his crown blown wide open right now is now allowing him to see what he wasn't able to see before. So I'm seeing this truth. The truth and the devil came up in both of these underlying energies. So on two different timelines, they could be dealing with the same issues. Okay, and he's questioning, is he the devil, or is his karmic the devil, or is his twin the devil? What's the truth? Okay, what's the actual truth? And also coming up today was the calm before the storm. So the major arcana in this read are the Chariot, the Emperor, and the Star, and those energies are Cancer. The Emperor can be Aries, Taurus, and then the Star, which is Aquarius energy. So there don't have to be those signs involved, but they could just represent the energy that the card represents, but they could be those signs. We also have earth signs, because there's a lot of pentacles out there. The Nine of Pentacles is out there, and that can just be an energy of independence and well-roundedness and groundedness, but it also can be a person. So yeah, there's not much in air signs out on the table, but a lot with the earth signs and Cancer, Sag, Taurus, Aries, Aquarius. So there's a third scenario, and if you look over here on the other side of the table here, this is the Tarot Sexual Magic. I'm going to come out a little bit here. So you see in the Tarot Sexual Magic, this is the Ace of Swords again at the bottom, and then you see the Tower right above that. So that is energy of a third party jealousy regarding reunion, which is exposed to maybe a Sagittarius who's been patiently mixing drinks and kind of like just ignoring it and hoping it would go away. So to summarize, there's 3 different scenarios for the divine masculine, and they all have to do with the truth coming out. He sees himself as the devil secretly integrating his mission to break up with a Leo or expose a breakup that's already happened. It also could be that he is single and independent without any burdens or confessing his addictions. Okay, so he's got addictions to work on. The third scenario is he is jealous that maybe a Leo or a Sagittarius is cheating while they're drinking and doesn't care about him. So then we have the numerology deck here in the back there. This purple card is personal growth, so it's all purple. The Merkaba and the card is purple, and the number is number 7. So it's of a spiritual nature, because this is about the divine masculine, you know, really going inward to understand himself and come back to himself. Okay, underneath the personal growth is parenting. So for those divine masculines who have children, parenting is also an issue right now that they're focusing on, especially if there's been breakups or just change of homes. So just parenting has come into focus, and it has a lot to do with his personal growth. So who he is as a parent as well comes into focus. We also have from the underlying energies of the romance angels getting to know each other and keeping an open mind. So that's these 2 cards. Keeping an open mind says your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. Okay, so you have this card here. Okay. And then getting to know each other was just under that one. But again, with children coming up underneath the personal growth, it might have to do with the Divine Masculine getting to know his children better. Maybe he hasn't been paying much attention to them, and that's something he needs to do. But it's also about keeping an open mind about who he really is. And maybe what's good for him is very different from what he thought was good for him. So recently, he's been depressed in an unfair, give and take type situation where he's no longer fighting, maybe needing to continue to fight for himself, but no longer fighting. Whereas maybe before it was an ongoing issue, maybe it was something he liked to do, but now realizing that there's no point. He may feel like a cancer has been bowling over him. Maybe that they stole from him or cheated on him, or maybe he cheated on them, or maybe he's just walking away sadly, regretfully. But there's not much he can do because he knows it's what's best for him. So the foundation is here. You see there is the Three of Cups with the King of Cups reversed and the Four of Wands there. So the foundation is about him being emotionally detached at home, while others just go on, celebrate, drink, and gossip, okay? So other people are just doing things that may be happy without him, or maybe they're abusing. Maybe somebody else is having an emotional affair. Could be him or someone he lives with, but it could also just be him being completely emotionally detached from any happiness that's going on in the household. Centrally, as you see, the Nine of Pentacles is there with the Hangman awake and the Page of Wands. So there's an independent earth sign, or just a very grounded and well-rounded female energy who's awake and inspires him. It could also represent the Divine Masculine himself, just being single and is on his own and completely able to take care of himself. But if it's this female, she makes him feel young, like a teen on a date. And it's challenged by his need to cling to superficial things like money and or stability. And he's okay with giving a little bit of his stuff away at a time without a battle, but it's a struggle for him. Now in his head and heart, up top there is the Emperor, and it's clarified with the Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and the Chariot. And that's his now moment in his head and heart. So he wants a new life, but he's worried that maybe there's a cancer that will wage war if he tries to break away for a new life for himself. And he's trying to also maintain control, being the Emperor. But soon, and you see that as the Four of Swords to the right, clarified with the Lovers reversed, the Fool reversed, and the Queen of Wands upright. So the Queen of Wands there, it's like she's fallen on her face without lover. And she's now all of a sudden going back to church praying to try to show herself as trying to change, or trying to meditate and trying to be different than she was. But this is after many times of the same old stuff. And it's just happening for her due to a lack of faith. We have the cards from the Romance Angels, forgiving and learning, to make an effort and give the relationship a chance. So for the Divine Masculine, this could be in his current relationship, or it could relate to a new relationship. Okay, then he needs to make an effort to break away and give another relationship a chance, and forgiving and learning everything he's done, forgiving himself as well as others, but also learning from his mistakes in his past. So the card that represents how he sees himself is about him being in pain and stressed out, nervous, worried, looking back and seeing him walking back to himself as the man of passion, and how this road has been very painful, very, very painful. Around him, maybe people have seen him as imprisoned from cheating in the past, whether it's his or his partner's, and continuing to mix drinks and being too